Hi, I'm Kiki L'Italienne, and Solar Power International 2010 has asked me to come to you and explain a little bit about a really fun game that we're going to be trying for the first time this year. It's to become mayor of SPI. In fact, you can become mayor in several ways. There's going to be a show mayor, a trade show mayor, and a host hotel mayor. But how? How are you going to do it? If you're attending Solar Power International 2010, you know that you're in for a good time. You know that you're going to have a lot of excitement there. But what about this Foursquare? What is this crazy thing and how do you participate in it? Well, let's talk about Foursquare and how you can sign up. Okay, so this is my maiden name. This is a sort of a simulated profile that I set up. But I wanted you to understand a little bit about how you can sign up and become a part of Foursquare. Foursquare is a location based social media tool that brings people together to connect, communicate, and collaborate about what's going on in their businesses and to better share the experience of the events that they're attending. And so, how it works is that you're able to use on any of your smartphone devices, and here we have iPhone shown, Android, BlackBerry. They have something for Palm. So if you're a Palm owner, you're not left out in the cold. You can also be part of the experience. But Foursquare, it basically encourages you to check in at specific locations or venues. And how we're asking you to participate in Foursquare for the SPI Mayoral race is to install the free Foursquare app on your smartphone and to check in at the several locations to participate in the SPI Mayoral race. Now, some of those places that you'll be able to check into include let's see here, Solar Power International. This is Solar Power International 2010 that's been set up at the Convention Center in LA so that once you get there, once you arrive, you can go ahead and check in there. And that will count as one of your check-ins. Every time you pass through that door, check in. And when you leave and you go to your host hotel, check in. A lot of times there are different events that are happening at host hotels, and so each time you go to one of those, check in. Don't forget to do it. I promise you it'll benefit you in the end. You'll see that I left a hint here that you can check into the Kentia Hall SPI booth for double points in the Foursquare contest. So these are like little hidden Easter eggs where you can get extra points if you do all of these things tied to your connection. But how? How do you do it? How do you sign up? Well, it's really, really easy to sign up. So I'm going to take you through that process right now. So, say you're at Foursquare, you're not a member, and you want to participate in this game. Well, you see up here we have the join now. Obviously, that's where you'd be able to click and enter in your information. And then as you go through, you will fill out different pieces of information, such as your first name, your password, your email, hometown, gender, birthday. What you don't have to fill out is your last name. You don't have to put in your phone number. You don't have to upload a photo if you don't want to. Another thing is you have the option to connect to Facebook from the very beginning and add friends through Facebook and Twitter. But if you have privacy concerns, that's another way that you can eliminate your concerns there by not connecting to people. However, you're going to be cutting out a lot of your opportunity to network while you're on site at the conference and to see what everyone else is doing. So, I don't know. It depends on what your stance is on privacy, but you can still participate and remain somewhat anonymous to people without them seeing all of your details. All right. Host hotels, it doesn't mean that it's only the hotel you're staying in. It's if you drop by and a friend of yours is dropping off a briefcase or something in their room, if you swing by because there's an event, a vendor's having a party in a hotel, as long as it's a host hotel, it counts. So you can check in there. Once you go through adding all of your friends, inviting all of your friends, or not adding friends or inviting friends, it will take you to a profile page, show you what your profile is, and then you're ready to check in wherever you like. You can even add your own tips if you like. So once you check in, a venue will look kind of like this. I mean, obviously on your smartphone, it's going to be a little bit different, but it's still going to be something where you'll see Solar Power International. You'll be able to check in. You'll see the address, and you'll be able to leave a note if you have a tip for anyone, or even if you want to razz people and say, haha, I'm going to be mayor, watch out. All right, so what are you going to get for participating in all of this? Well, you're going to get a certificate, a ribbon, you're going to get recognition at the Solar Power International Block Party on Tuesday night. You're going to get bragging rights, and don't we all like those? We're encouraging you to participate in this because we want you to check the exhibit hall out. We want to lead you to these places that you're going to get a lot of benefit from visiting. You're going to be able to network, and that's going to be a lot of fun. It's important to remember that all check-ins and check-outs must happen between midnight and 7 p.m. Pacific time on October 12th. Very small window of time. The reason we're sort of limiting the time span is because we don't want to make it unfair for the people who have committee meetings and are maybe showing up early. We definitely want to make it available for the bulk of the people who will be there, to make it as fair as possible. So definitely check in, make sure your check-ins, be very active on October 12th between midnight and 7 p.m. And if you are, and if you end up becoming mayor, you can thank the fact that you were prepared and that you went through Foursquare and you definitely decided that you're going to participate. And I'll bet you at the end of it, you'll have a lot of networking stories to share. So that's it. We hope to see you at Solar Power International, and we'll be talking to you soon.